Alright, this is the Fuzz board. I'm going to touch up some of these solder joints on the board here. And I learned, even though I do have the solder sucker, what is really nice for nasty old stuff is the manual one. That way you're not gumming up, because this stuff doesn't burn so easily sometimes. And when it gets in the tip of a sucker, it can definitely clog it up and cause a little bit more agony cleaning it out. So you spend more time trying to get through the tip than you do making progress. So what I'm going to do is apply a little and I'll take some off. Because these joints here, they're the metal rails going in on the pot. Do is get those good and cleaned up. Oh, this is nice. When it's flowing good, you get this little solder cylinder that collects up on the junk on the little tube at the end there. So now I can get in there and clean it up quite well. Make sure we have a good solid connection. And then hit it with some clean solder again. That's what I find works well with this board, this old board here. I haven't got in and cleaned that one yet after testing the preamp and testing the power board. I did a complete resistor swap on this preamp board, just took them all out, swapped them out, and did the electrolytics. Eventually I'm going to do it to all the boards in here, but one thing at a time. This was initially a donor head because of the damage, but after doing some more work on it, I said, heck, I'll just fix it up. And yeah, it works out alright. This whole output side burned up on the back rail and everything. Everything else was kind of nasty, but it worked. Like, I mean, it played through. Even with a couple burned out output transistors. I guess with these quasi setups, they're pretty good for that because the Q9, Q10 drivers will drive it even if the output transistor is bad. Get some of that old flux off there. Yeah, since these rails take most of the stress because they're the only things holding the board to the case, they get all cracked up. This Fuzz one was all kinds of destroyed. Fixed that back up as well. All the traces were blown off. Someone did a really good job at making it work for whatever their show was or whatever they were doing, but they probably got sick of working on it, and I don't blame them. So all these traces, pretty nasty. So we're going to do the switch as well. And the switch is these two. Get a little. Solder on there now. I'll clean that off. That's stuck pretty good. All right. So now we'll go ahead and give me a Q-tip, clean that up, and then we'll hit those joints with some fresh stuff and give her a test run. The electrolytic, it's a little high. It's 130 it's reading out of the 100. I haven't gone through any of the other stuff yet to see how out of tolerance all the resistors are. Some of them read okay. Most of them read okay, actually, just the quick hits. But again, my plan is just to go through, change them all out. Eventually I'll do it to the whole system here. I ran out of 100 microfarad capacitor, so I've got more on the way as of this recording. Okay, so we'll go ahead and this solder sucker does a really great job with the heavier traces here, posts. That one's still great. This is Kester 6337. All right. So yeah, looks pretty good here. Yeah, eventually I'll get around to doing them all, and then it'll all be fresh. But yeah, I'm gonna plug it back in, hook it up to a speaker, and give it a go.